On August 29, 1959, Brooks Robinson and his Orioles teammates boarded a flight in Kansas City. The flight was bound for Boston. After taking his seat, he noticed one of the stewardesses and wisely asked for a glass of iced tea. After his third glass of iced tea, maybe his fourth, Robinson followed the air hostess to the galley, offering that the rest of the players on the plane are married. So remember, he told her, if any of them try to talk to you, I'm the only single eligible bachelor on the plane. Eventually, Brooks Robinson worked up the nerve to ask the stewardess her name. She was Connie Butcher from Detroit, and she accepted Brooks Robinson's dinner invitation once the flight landed in Boston. Brooks Robinson knew right away she was the woman he wanted to marry. In 1960, the Baltimore Orioles surprised the American League, challenging the New York Yankees for first place. And they were tied for first as late as September 15th, but the Yankees won their final 15 games in a row to leave the Orioles behind. In spite of his young age, Brooks Robinson at 23 emerged as the leader of the club, hitting .294 with 14 home runs and 88 RBIs, hit for the cycle on July 15th in Chicago. So this good season for Brooks Robinson earned his first trip to the All-Star Games, earned his first Gold Glove, and his selection as the Orioles MVP. He finished third in the American League MVP voting behind Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle. He didn't get to play in the World Series, but he did marry Connie Butcher on October the 8th at her family's summer home in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Hello everybody, this is APBA Brian with the APBA Baseball Classics channel. Glad you could be here with us today. This is the championship game between the American League and National League King of the Hill tournaments. American League winners were the Baltimore Orioles. National League winners were the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here are your starting lineups today from Pittsburgh. First, for the visiting Orioles, they will lead off with Gene Woodling in left field. Jackie Brandt will play center field. Brooks Robinson at third base. Jim Gentile at first base. Gus Triandos is the catcher. Ron Hansen at shortstop. Marv Breeding at second base. Gene Stevens in right field. And the pitcher is Milt Pappas. He was 15-11, 3.36 earned run average in 1960. Your starters for the National League's Pittsburgh Pirates. Bill Verdon will lead off and play center field. Dick Grote at second base. Roberto Clemente in right field. Dick Stewart at first base. Don Hoke is at third base. Gino Cimoli in center field. Smokey Burgess is the catcher. Bill Mazeroski at first base. And pitching is Vern Law, 20-9, 3.08 earned run average in 1960. We are ready to roll the dice. Let's play ball. Vern Law toes the rubber. Here's the first pitch. 6-11 is a ground ball to first base. One away. Gene Woodling is retired for the first out. Here is Jackie Brandt, the center fielder. 6-7 off the pitcher's card. That's going to be a single for Jackie Brandt. D. Steeler, they're not going to hold the runner. All right, here is Brooks Robinson, 23 years in the major leagues, 16 Gold Gloves. Here's the pitch to Brooks Robinson. 3-12 is a fly ball to right field. Roberto Clemente is under it and makes the catch. There are two down. Brings up power hitting first baseman Jim Gentile. 5-9 is a swing and a miss for strike three. So the Orioles strand one in the first. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. Milt Pappas toes the rubber in the bottom of the first for the Baltimore Orioles. His hobby was bowling. I think that's not a bad hobby for a pitcher to have. As long as you protect your shoulder and don't injure yourself. Here's the pitch to Bill Verdon. 4-5 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. Dick Grote. 6-7 is a ground ball second base, X. Mark Breeding is the second baseman. He's a 3. And that is a base hit. It gets through. So Dick Grote is on first, the hero of yesterday's game for the Pirates. Roberto Clemente. Grote is a E-stealer. They're not going to hold the runner. 1 out, 1 on first. Here's the pitch to Clemente. 5-4 is a ground ball shortstop, X. Shortstop is Ron Hansen's a 2. Roll is 18-2. That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Pirates are out in the first. We go to the top of the second, no score. Castellanos, Oriole catcher, will lead off for Baltimore. Came to the Orioles from New York in a giant 18-player trade. 2-4 is the roll. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Dick Grote. Fires over to Dick Stewart. 1 away. Ron Hansen, the Orioles shortstop, steps into the box. Here's the pitch. 3-8 is a ground ball to Don Hoke at third base. 2 outs. And now the second baseman, Marv Breeding. 4-5 is going to be a ground ball to second. Bill Mazeroski is there to make the play. And we go 3 up and 3 down the top of the second. Bottom of the second, no score. Dick Stewart will lead off for the Pirates. I think he was a regular first baseman for 7 years and led the league in errors 7 years. Dr. Strangeglove did have power. He had 44 homers in 63 and 33 and 64. There's a pitch to Dick Stewart. 3-8 is a 6. That's going to be a single, 1 away from a triple on the split. But a leadoff single for Dick Stewart. No speed, did not hold the runner. Don Hoke. Five is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. Here's Gino Samoli, the center fielder. 6-4 is a fly ball to right field, caught by Gene Stevens. There are 2 outs. And so far the Pirates have not been able to do anything with the runner. At first, here is Smokey Burgess, the catcher. 3-5 is going to be a single. He could could advance. He's not fast though. 1 through 11, plus 2 with the fact that there's 2 outs. And they had another one because he was being held 1 through 12. 60% chance to go to third, no point. There's 2 outs, don't make the third out. Third here is runners at first and second. Bill Mazeroski. 273 hitter Pappas will issue a free pass. That will load the bases and bring up the pitcher. Vernon Law, batting card 3. 6-5 is off the pitcher's card. It's a ground ball to second base, fielded by Mark Breeding. That'll end the inning. Pirates strand 3, and we go to the top of the third, no score. Vernon Law will pitch to Gene Stevens here in the top of the third inning. 3-9 is a fly ball to Clemente and right, 1 away. And now the pitcher, Mel Pappas, batting card 1. 3-12 is a fly ball to right field. Clementi's got that one as well. And we go to Gene Stevens in the top of the order. Not Steven, but Gene Woodling in the top of the order. 4-8 is the roll. That's going to be a base hit for Gene Woodling. D. Stealing, not going to hold a runner, Jackie Brandt. 2-7 is a fly ball to left field. That is the third out. Let's see, Gino Simoli, I think, is the left fielder. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Simoli's in left. I introduced him as a center fielder, but he's in left today. That's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Orioles 0, Pirates 0. Bill Verdon leads off for the Pirates. He was National League's Gold Glove center fielder in 1962. Good defensive player. 1-7 is a ground ball to Brooks Robinson at third. 1 away. Dick Grote. 6-11 is a ground ball to first base. Jim Gentile has it. Unassisted, 2 down. Roberto Clemente. 1-3 is a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3. Pirates are 3 up and 3 down. We go to the fourth. There is still no score. Brooks Robinson will lead off the fourth. I think of him as being at the top of his game on offense from about 60 through 64. Here is 4-8 is a single for Brooks Robinson, leadoff single. And at first is a slow runner, so the Pirates will not hold the runner. Here is Jim Gentile, first baseman. 2-5 is a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. A home run for Jim Gentile. 2-run shot to right field, and Baltimore takes a 2-0 lead with nobody out in the fourth inning. Gus Triandos. 4-7 is a ground ball second base X. That's Mazeroski's a 1. 19's the roll. Select another split. 18's another split. 1's an out. Ron Hansen. 1-11 is a ground out to the shortstop, Dick Grote. 2 down. Marv Breeding. 1-5 is a line out to Bill Mazeroski at second base. But the Orioles get on the board in the fourth, 2 hits and 2 runs. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Baltimore 2 and Pittsburgh nothing. Okay, Pittsburgh had to come from behind to win the National League tournament against the Cardinals. They're capable. Dick Stewart will lead off for Pittsburgh. 3-6 is a ground ball to Brooks Robinson at third. 1 away. Stewart has 1 for 2 on the day. That brings up Don Hoke, who struck out his first time out. 3-6 is the roll. That's going to be a base on balls. That's the second walk. Surrender by Pappas. Hoke is at first. 1 down, and Gino Simoli the batter. For 8 is a line out to the shortstop, Ron Hansen. 2 outs. And now Smokey Burgess. 4 times an All-Star with the Pirates. Here's the pitch to Burgess. 3-8 is a double. And with 2 outs, Hoke may try and score. Let's see. All right, Hoke's chances to score are 1 through 18 with the modifications and the fact that there's 2 outs. They're not going to make a throw to stop him. The throw goes to third to hold Burgess at second for an RBI double, and the Pirates are on the board. It's 2-1. With runner in scoring position, they might not pitch to Mazeroski. They walked him last time in this situation, and Law grounded out. I think they're going to walk him again, and it's first and second with 2 outs. And here's the pitcher, Vern Law. 1-8 is going to be a 12 on it's a single, 2-base advance. Burgess will score. Mazeroski goes to third. RBI single, and the pitcher ties the game 2-2. And Pappas is not a happy camper. Runners on first and third. Top of the order, Bill Burton. 3-2 is a ground ball out to first base. But the Pirates score 2 on 2 hits and 2 walks. We go to the 5th inning. Orioles 2 and the Pirates 2. All right, in the 5th inning, we have the bottom of the Baltimore Orioles order. Gene Stevens, the pitcher, and then to the top, Gene Woodling. 3-8 is a ground out to the first baseman, Dick Stewart, who makes the play. Unassisted, 1 away. Here's Milt Pappas. 6-7 is going to be a single by the pitcher, Pappas. Here's Gene Woodling, 1 out. Not holding the runner. 4-8 is a single, 2 stars, so Pappas will go to third. Woodling is 2 for 3, and the Orioles have runners on the corner with 1 away. And Jackie Brandt coming to bat. Pittsburgh will play the infield back, hoping for a double play. Here's the pitch to Jackie Brandt, the center fielder. 5-10 is going to be a ground ball shortstop, X. That's Dick Groats, a 2. And it's a 2-base error on the shortstop, Dick Groat. Woodling goes to third. Pappas scores, no RBI. It's 3-2 Baltimore. Still only 1 out. Brooks Robinson. Infield's going to play in. Three 7 is a fly ball left field B. That is going to be a sacrifice fly. So Woodling tags up and scores. 4-2. Both runs unearned. I believe. I'll have to look at that closer later. Here is Jim Gentile. 2-8 is going to be a base hit for Gentile, and that's Brand on second base is pretty fast. Let's see. Yeah, Brandt's 1 through 15, 1 through 17, 18. Hits to right field's a +119. So there'll not be any throw. Gentile will be held at first, and it's 5-2 Baltimore. Pirates are going to go to their bullpen, and they're going to bring in Joe Gibbon, who was 4-2, 4.05 earned run average in 1960. He'll pitch to Gus Triandos. There are 2 outs, runner on first. 4-6 is a swing and miss for strike 3. But the Orioles score 3 in the 5th. We're at the bottom of the 5th, Baltimore 5, Pittsburgh 2. Milt Pappas toes the rubber at the bottom of the 5th. He's got a 3-run lead. He's going to pitch to Dick Grote, Bob Clemente, and Dick Stewart. 2-9 is going to be a fly ball to Jackie Brandt in center field. Grote's the first out. Roberto Clemente. 5-7 is going to be a swing and miss for strike 3. Clemente is 0 for 3 today. Here is Dick Stewart, who has a hit and 2 at-bats. 2-5 is a strikeout. So 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the 6th, 5-2, Orioles. Joe Gibbon remains on the hill for Pittsburgh. Ron Hansen leads off for Baltimore. 4-7 is the roll. That's going to be a base on balls for Ron Hansen. D. Steeler, they're not going to hold the runner. Marv Breeding's the batter. Breeding sacrifices, rolls a 10, or 11 rather. That's going to be pop out, runner wants to hold. Pop out to first base. 1 away, Gene Stevens. 5-7 is a single 1-star. First and second, Orioles, brings up the pitcher, Mel Pappas. Pappas is 1 for 2. And the pitch, 5-3, is going to be ground ball pitcher X. 11-2 is an error on Joe Gibbon, loading the bases with 1 out. Timeout. Pirates are bringing in a new pitcher, Harvey Haddix. He was 3.98 earned run average, 11 and 10, 1960. He is facing the top of the order, Gene Woodling. Newfield's going to play back, try to get a double play. 5-11 is the roll. Ground ball to the pitcher, B. Let's see. If no runners or forced, runner on first is out, batter is safe. Other runners advance 1 base. So, let's see. So I have to make Pappas out at second. Hansen scores. Steven goes to third. So first and third, and it's 6-2 Baltimore. 2 outs. Jackie Brandt. 1-4 is a pop-up to the third baseman, Don Hoke. That's the end of the inning, but the Orioles score 1 more. We go to the bottom of the 6th, Baltimore 6, Pittsburgh 2. Don Hoke will lead off for the Pittsburgh Pirates. His best year was probably 1957 with the Reds. He was 293, 19 home runs. And he didn't live very long. He died at age 41 from a heart attack. Here's the pitch to Don Hoke. 4-8 is a line out to the shortstop. 1 away. Ron Hansen making that play for Baltimore. Gino Simoli. 6-7 is the roll. That's going to be ground ball second base X. Marv Breeding. 17-3. Select another split. 2-3 is going to be a base hit. So Simoli's on. Decent speed, but didn't steal many bases. Not going to hold a runner. Smokey Burgess is the batter. 3-6 is going to be a base hit for Burgess. Single, the runner can go to third. Chances are 1 through 16. He's going to stay at third. And the throw is going to be cut off. It holds Burgess at first. Bill Mazeroski. First and third, 1 out. Hoke's at third. Burgess, the slow runner, is at first and not holding the runner. And the infield is playing back for a double play. Here's a pitch to Gomez-Orowski. 3-8 is a pop-up to second base. Marv Breeding is under it and makes the catch. Pitcher's due up, timeout. Coming on to pitch the seventh for Pittsburgh is Roy Face. He was 10-8 with a 2.90 earned run average in 1960. Roy Face is a reliever that had a terrific 1959. He was 18-1 with a low earned run average. He offered a forkball, which he threw 80% of the time, and he said he could make it break either way. Here is the pitch to Brooks Robinson leading off the Orioles' seventh inning. Brooks Robbie is 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. 1-7 is the roll. That's going to be a base hit. Leadoff single for Brooks Robinson. Not holding the runner, here is Jim Gentile. 5-10 is a ground ball third base X. Third baseman is Don Hoax at 2. And that's going to be out with the runner going to second. Gus Triandos. One three is a ground ball to shortstop A. Runner holds. 2 outs. And here is Ron Hansen. 3-6 is a walk. First and second, 2 outs. Seventh place hitter is Marv Breeding, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. 4-5 is going to be a double that could clear the bases. Scores Robinson. Hansen is a 1 through 15, wasn't being held. He will score. Breeding will be held at second. And it is 8-2 Baltimore, and the horse is out of the barn. Gene Stevens. .610 is a ground out to second base. But the damage is done. On 2 hits, the Orioles score 2 more runs. Go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Baltimore 8, Pittsburgh 2. Mel Pappas' point of weakness comes in the 8th inning, so he's still good to go. Bill Burton will lead off the top of the order for Pittsburgh. 5-8 is a single for Bill Burton. C. Steeler, they're not going to hold the runner. And Pittsburgh's not going to steal so far behind. Here is Dick Grote. 5-8 is going to be a single, and Verdon will advance 2 bases. So runners are on the corners. Nobody out for Pittsburgh. And that will cause a pitching change for the Orioles. Wes Stock will be brought in. He is 2-2, 2.91 earned run average in 1960. He'll be pitching to Roberto Clemente. The infield will be back, first and third. They're going to play for a double play. 2-9 is going to be a double play. 5-4-3. Verdon scores. No RBI assigned on double plays. So 2 outs. 8-3. And here is Dick Stewart. 3-7 is going to be a single. Stewart is 2 for 4 on the day. Orioles aren't going to hold the runner. Here's Don Hoke. .411 is a ground ball pitcher, X, and he makes the play. So 1 run on 3 hits. We go to the top of the 8th, Baltimore 8 and Pittsburgh 3. The Orioles will bat for the pitcher Stock in the 8th inning. The hitter will be Albie Pearson, 244 hitter in 1960. Hoyt Wilhelm is warming up in the bullpen. He'll pitch the 9th for Baltimore. Roy Face is still on for the Pirates. Here's the windup and the pitch to Albie Pearson. 3-7's a ground ball to first base. 3-1, 1 out. Here's Gene Woodling. .69 is a ground ball shortstop, X. Shortstop is Dick Grote. 4-2, he makes the play. 6-3. And now Jackie Brandt. 1 for 4 on the day, scored a run. 5-7 is a ground ball second base, X. That is Mazeroski's a 1, and he makes the play. 4-3. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Comfortable 5-run lead for the Orioles. New pitcher for the Orioles is Hoyt Wilhelm. 11 and 8, 3.31 earned run average. He'll bring his knuckleball out to the mound, not catcher Gus Triando's favorite task in catching that knuckleball. Gino Samoli is the hitter for Pittsburgh. 5-8 is a fly ball to left field, 1 down. Now Smokey Burgess. 1-6 is a line out to the second baseman, caught by Breeding, 2 away, and that's the first time Burgess has been retired. He's 3 for 4. Now Bill Mazeroski. 3-9 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Ron Hansen. 3 up and 3 down for the Pirates. We go to the 9th, Baltimore 8, Pittsburgh 3. Roy Face is back on the pitch the 9th inning. He is at his point of weakness inning as a reliever. Brooks Robinson leads off for Baltimore. 6-2 is a fly ball to right field. Roberto Clemente is under it and makes the catch. 1 down. Jim Gentile. 3-9 is a fly ball to center field. Bill Verdon is under that. He makes the catch. Gus Triandos. 2 1-rated outfielders there for the Pirates making plays. Here's Triandos. 3-4 is a ground ball to third base. Don Hoke has it. Throws the first. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Baltimore 8 and Pittsburgh 3. The pitchers due up for Pittsburgh, so there will be a pitch hitter, Rocky Nelson, 300 hitter at 200 at-bats in 1960. He'll be pitch hitting for Pittsburgh. Hoyt Wilhelm is still on the mound for Baltimore. He winds and floats up that knuckleball. 5-4 is the roll is to the catcher's card X. Triandos is a 2, and the roll is 10. Out on a dribbler, 2-3. Here's Bill Verdon, who's 1 for 4 on the day. 3-9 is going to be a ground out to second baseman Marv Breeding. And now Pittsburgh's down to their final out. Dick Grote. 5-9 is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's your ball game. The champions of 1960 King of the Hill tournament are the Baltimore Orioles. We'll be back with a wrap-up. So in your line score, the visiting Orioles scored 8 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The Pirates scored 3 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher was Milt Pappas, who pitched 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 9 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. The loser was Vern Law, who went 4 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs, gave up more runs, but 3 were earned, 7 hits, 2 Ks, and no walks. Star of the game today, Jim Gentile, the Gentle Giant at first base. He was Diamond Jim Gentile, hit a 2-run home run in the 4th inning, singled in the 5th, had 3 RBIs, so 2 for 5 with 3 ribbies. Jim Gentile is your star of today's game. Jim Gentile was 1 year removed from his career year, which was 1961. He had 5 grand slams in 61 for the Orioles, and I think 46 home runs, and he led his team in homers and a 302 average as well. So Gentile, the first baseman, is your star of today's game. Hope you enjoyed the King of the Hill series. We'll start a new series tomorrow, and that's going to be the 60 World Series, the actual World Series replay. We'll use APBA between the Pirates and the Yankees, and then after that World Series replay, we'll start another project. Haven't quite decided what that is, but I've got a few things in mind. Thanks for following this project. Hope you enjoyed it. Good day, and God bless.